After rebuilding a 2007 image and updating it to when I put this into storage, about, I don't know, 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. It's kind of interesting playing around with this old hardware. Still works. A lot of the applications still work. It's kind of remarkable how far we haven't gone in some aspects and how far we have gone in others. This machine will probably die if I plug it into the internet. It is not the fastest by any means. When I retired this machine, it still had a lot of the schoolwork and all the stuff I migrated from my ThinkPad. The ThinkPad was a T23, I believe. And I migrated it to this. This was a second-hand machine, the Dell. And it was still new at the time. And it was compatible with Windows XP, so I just took all my stuff from one machine, put in the other one. And I used the hell out of this machine up until support for XP died. And at that time, I had other machines to use, so I really didn't care about this one. I just knew that it wasn't destined for the trash can. I knew one day I would get back into, playing, which would then be somewhat of an old game, not current technology. Because I know we had the Sims 2. I don't know if we had the Sims 3 yet, but we had a lot of games that nowadays I miss. I can't play these old games on my new laptop. This is 2022, so it's interesting, going through the old applications, going through a lot of the data that I had back then, and from grade school and college. It's just remarkable how much I was able to do with this machine. And I thought this machine was slow as hell back then. And here we are. I removed some updated software, rolled the clock back a little bit, if you will, by installing age-appropriate software for the hardware. And it's pretty interesting. We upgrade computers because they get slow, right? The computers age and they're not as quick as they used to be. Well, neither are we. Here we are. This computer is at least 15 years old. I'm at least 15 years older. My memory is not as great. Neither is this computer. But I find it interesting. We constantly chase the latest thing, the latest technology. We have to have the newest of everything, in my generation at least. And we don't stop and think, think that all this stuff going out to the dump could still be viable for someone else. Now, I understand this machine is not adequate in any way, shape, or form for the World Wide Web nowadays. I don't even think this understands what HTML5 is. Yeah. It still has Microsoft front page. And it's just interesting going back in time. I have a little time capsule here. I'm playing vintage games, today's world vintage games. I think this is going to be one of the ones I keep on display. This one is it's a Dell Precision, runs Windows XP flawlessly. I've got it loaded with a wide variety of software. Back in 2007, I was heavily involved in printing. I made a lot of cards, printed a lot of posters, printed a lot of signs and stuff. I made menus on, not on this one or the ThinkPad, but on another machine. But all that data is just interesting to look at, to go back and see where we were, where I was, and where I am now. It's interesting.